Ready? Good morning. Hey guys, thanks for coming by. My name is Balaji. I'm the founder of Displays, and today I would like to show three things. One is I really want to dig into why we created Displays, the bigger vision of Displays, and then the safety feature is one of the exciting things I've ever worked in my life. So we really want to show a live demo of the safety feature, and then some updates after that. So it's very simple: vision, safety feature, and updates. So before we get deep into people who don't know about Displays, Displays is the world's first wireless television. And it's a truly wireless television. We'll show you why. But today, we're going to show it's not just about world's first wireless television. Displays is also world's safest wall-mounted TV. And these are the two things we are going to be covering today. But before we talk about Displays, let's talk about the innovation in the television industry. We all know the display technology. We have people from LG here. There is significant innovation that happened in display technology, which changed the form factor of TVs from CRTs to LCDs to LEDs, OLED. So, and we have seen this, and even we went farther behind, after that to see curved TVs, roll-up TVs, and even transparent TVs. So I would say the display technology, there was significant innovation. But if you think about TV as a device, we are still locked into this old age HDMI ports with all the wires and antiquated remote controls. And we all have this. And it's amazing to see that people still buy streaming devices. And they have to plug into the TVs because the TVs don't have a good software like what we have in PCs and mobile phones, because of which people end up buying external devices like streaming devices. And then, TVs also have some software, but it's mostly for video playback. It's nothing beyond anything, it does beyond anything playing a video. So I would say there is not much of innovation that happened in TV as a device. So we want to change that, but before that, let's talk about what are the pain points that we have as a consumer with the TVs that we see today in the market. This is the state of my apartment as well. And we all agree that we have tons of wires behind the TV. Even if you wall mount it, you have to run wires. And some solutions where we see it's mostly hiding these wires with some tapes or whatever. So it's definitely a lot of clutter. And then even if you don't have a space in your countertop, or if you don't have space to put the TV on, to mount the TV on a wall, it's incredibly hard, especially if you have a larger TV. The bigger you go, it's really hard. One person cannot do it. You have to hire a handyman and multiple tools. And it's heavy. If you go bigger and bigger, it's super heavy, and it is not portable. And we have smart TVs, but they're not so smart. Like I said, they just play videos. And it's a dumb monitor. That's what I would call. And then, of course, we have remote controls, antiquated. So we want to change that. And at Displays, we want to see people have bigger screens. And if you look at the screens that you have at home, television is the largest screen that you have, but you're wasting that whole real estate by just having one dumb terminal sitting in one corner. So we want to see how we can change that by introducing 55-inch 4K OLED TV, which you're seeing here, right here. And I'm actually playing the slides through our own TV here, and it is mounted on a ceramic wall, and we'll talk about that. So we thought the 55-inch TV is the right size for people to hold. Anyone can actually hold the TV very easily. And Displays is a truly wireless TV. What I mean by truly wireless is there's absolutely no ports, no wires. And all content are streamed wirelessly to the TV. And it's not just about the content. We also took one step ahead, and we removed the power cords. So there's no wire, not even a single port on the TV. And each TV is powered by batteries, which means we have something called hot swappable batteries. Because when you put a battery to power the TV, you don't want people to be plugging in the TV every night to charge the TV. So we actually made sure it has internal batteries, and it also has 4 external batteries. So even if you remove all 4 external batteries, the TV will still function. And then with newly designed battery, you can actually have 1 month of battery of active viewing time of 6 hours per day. That's a lot of TV time. And it's not just about wireless TV. Now that we created the wireless TV, how do you make people to put this TV on the wall very easily? And this is one of the innovative technologies I've ever worked with. It's called, OK, before we talk about the technology, we made sure, before we put if you want to put the TV on the wall, we want to make sure that the TV is super light so that anyone can actually carry, and it is super thin. So it is only 30 millimeter thickness, and it weighs around 20 pounds. So anyone can pick it up. And this is a real life shot where she actually picked it up very easily. And this is the technology that we're using called active loop vacuum technology, which is you can simply bring the TV closer to the wall, and it will automatically identify that it's the wall, and it'll magically stick. And we will have a TV for you to play with right after this demo, and you can see how easy it is to stick the TV to the wall. And it sticks to any surface. Like, as you can see, this is a ceramic tile. There's no TV in the world that you can actually mount a TV on a ceramic tile. So this is the first in the world to stick to the ceramic tile, but including glass. So we are the only TV in the world that can stick to the glass. And that actually opened up a lot of industries and a lot of interest from different commercial interests as well. So we are the only TV in the world that can stick to the glass. And the third thing is it's a modular television, because today we buy 75-inch, 85-inch, 95-inch, and the maximum, I think it's 98-inch TV that you can buy in the market. But we want people to be putting multiple of these TVs together to create any size TV you want. So we actually, at CES, we demonstrated 4 TVs together to form a 110-inch 8K TV. And we are going to be showing very soon 16 TVs to form a 220-inch. What it means is you can play multiple videos on 4 different TVs. And if you want to take one video and then blow it up, then you can easily do that. Just in one click, you can do that. So that is modular TV. Now, let's talk about the user interface. We all know that the remote controls suck. And so we got rid of the remote controls. We actually introduced 3 types of interaction. One is voice. So you can naturally speak to the TV, so it's a built-in microphone. And the next thing is touch. You can touch the TV. But the third thing is very advanced computer vision-based gesture controls. So you will be able to naturally control with your hands. And even in the previous example, if you want to zoom in one video from one TV to all 4 TVs, you can just simply do this, the exact same action. So we know there are smart TVs, but we all know that they're not actually smart. They're just playing videos. But we want to create a desktop class operating system that can actually bring much beyond entertainment. So in fact, the slides are actually shown on our TV from our actual base unit. So we will be able to play videos, photos, live streaming, which means you can actually do Zoom, and it has a built-in camera. You can browse the web, and we all know browsing the web on TVs is really bad, the existing TVs. And all the productivity tools like mail, slides, and even calendars. And we are expecting much more apps to be built by the developers, because we're going to be opening up our platform to both hardware and software APIs to the developers. So they'll be building much more apps. So yeah, it's beyond entertainment. That is why we call Displace as a truly smart TV. So the way it works is we have a centralized architecture. This is very important for everything to be working for us. So we removed the compute from the TV, and then we centralized into the base unit. And this base unit can sit anywhere in your home, and it's going to be wirelessly talking to all the TVs, which means if you go from living room to kitchen, the content is going to follow you. And so this is the intelligence that's built into each and every TV. If you imagine, even if you buy 3 TVs from the same brand today, they don't talk to each other. And we have actually built in intelligence both on the TVs and in the base unit. So you go from kitchen to bedroom, and it will follow you. So we believe that we are defining the future of television. This has to happen And as we have seen, only the display technology has changed, but we are actually bringing the new type of TV in terms of software and hardware. And we launched at CES, and we won the best of CES by Android headlines, and we won multiple awards. And we also got a lot of pre-orders, not just from consumers. There was a lot of commercial interest. The reason being is one of the surprising things for us is because now our TV is the only TV that can stick to the glass and ceramic tiles. So that opened up a lot of industries like racetracks. They have glass walls, and they want to actually put TVs while you're watching the game. They want to show the stats and profile, player stats and all the stuff. So, and it's completely wireless, so they don't have to run wires. And we also got a lot of pre-orders from embassies, hotels, and airports, and art studios, home builders, you name it. I think we got a ton of interest. And the main thing that we did from CES for the past 8 months is we learned a lot from the CES, and we made the design even better. So we redesigned a few things. One is the vacuum technology and the suction cups. And if you have been to CES, you would have seen we had different type of suction cups, but we redesigned that, and it looks like a Star Trek-like TV like this. And with this, we also added 2 internal batteries, which we did not have during CES. And with internal batteries, the TV can operate on its own without any external batteries. And like I said, we redesigned the vacuum system, which leads us to, if you have the TV on the wall, it can stay on the wall for more than 3 to 10 months. Even if you went on vacation, and you don't have to worry about the TV dropping off the wall. And that is one of the safety features that we'll be showing very soon. So this is the natural question: how safe is displays TV? Because this has been a common question that we got, because we are actually using batteries, because we are using suction cups to put this TV on the wall. Everyone was asking this question: how safe is it? And we did not have time to build that during CES, so we want to answer that now with this innovative technology that we have built, which is called self-lowering landing gear technology. You would have never seen this in any other TV, or as a matter of fact, any device that you see in the market today. And what this does is, this is the actual photo. What this does is, it not only identifies the battery going down, but it also handles any other unforeseen circumstances like wall cracks or paint peeling, and it will automatically detect that. And what it does is, it will lower itself down. So it's an incredible technology. I am super excited to actually show that live. We're going to be showing that live demo, and it is literally a landing gear system built into this TV. So that makes the displays the world's safest wall-mounted TV, because it can stay on the wall for 3 to 10 months or even more. Even if you went on vacation, you don't have to worry about it. But even if something happens, then the TV will not get damaged, or even more, it will not damage any other pets or kids playing around it. This gives a peace of mind. This is I was telling AJ that this is one of the innovative technologies that I've ever worked with, but this should never be used by people, most likely, because it's like airbags for cars. It gives you a peace of mind, but it is very important, and it has to be there. With that, let's do a demo. All right. So for the demo, what we have done is, this is a ceramic wall. And what we're going to be doing here is, Corey, you need to be here. We are going to be showing what if the wall cracks and what happens to the TV. So Corey is going to actually hit the ceramic tile to break the wall. And you could watch what happens.
All right, ready?
So as you could see, isn't this cool? It immediately detected that there is a wall crack. And then what's happening here is, it deployed the foam. This is a soft foam. This is a reusable foam. And then it deployed adhesive tapes from the back. And it grabbed onto the wall so that it can actually lower itself down using a zip line. And it also makes alarm noise and flashing lights so that if any pets or kids are around, they will be moving away. So that the unit that you're seeing on the wall, that is what got deployed with the tapes that got stuck to the wall. And you could see a rope connecting the TV to the wall. This is unbelievable, right? I mean, this is all happening within the TV. And these are the tapes, adhesive tapes. They are disposable, so you can actually throw it away, and then you can replace it with new tapes. And when it lands, you can see that there is a reason why we have that kind of a taco-like foam. It basically grabs onto the TV so that it doesn't damage the screen of the TV. So it usually takes a couple of minutes so that it lands safely. And it can actually lower itself down as high as 10 feet. The rope can actually go up to 10 feet. And what it's doing is it's actually stabilizing now. And within a few seconds, it should be done. It worked. And these are the 4 suction cups that was grabbing onto the wall, and one of the suction cups detected that there was a crack on the wall, and then it automatically lowered itself down. That's it. Isn't that cool? That's incredible. Okay, we didn't stop there. So now that the TV is on the floor, when you got back from vacation, what do, right? So we're going to show you how easy it is to put this back into the TV. So do you want to show that? You do this from this way. So this, the anchor, this is what we call as anchor. So you just press the button, that'll detach the cartridges, and then it'll retract back into the TV automatically like a dog leash. And then it's going to be very easy to remove the tapes as well. You just twist it, and it's that easy. So there is no damage to the wall, and there is no, even for mounting, there's no nails, no tools, and even when it lowers itself down, there's no damage to the wall, and no damage to the TV as well. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be. You can see that those tapes were deployed when it detected a crack, and it can actually grab onto the wall really hard. So you don't have to worry about even what if the tapes fall? It's not going to fall because it's industrial strength tape. So that's it. And then now let's put this back on the wall, and then we'll show you how easy it is to put the foam back into the TV. So we'll put on the other side so that this tile is broken. Slightly lower on the right side. So yeah, there you go. So now they're using the suction cups to put it back on the wall. So that's what you're hearing. That sound is actually attaching using suction cups. That's it. Within a few seconds, we are back on the wall. And now let's show, you want to do this. So these are reusable foams, so you can just push it back in. Yeah. That's it. Unbelievable, right? I mean, again, now you know why it is the safest wall-mounted TV. But the thing is, all of before talking about the vision, all of these things are happening inside a 30-millimeter TV. And everything is actually built into this TV, including suction cups including a landing gear system and the other software that makes it a truly smart TV. So the reason why we created this wireless TV is because of the vision that we have is in the future, we are seeing a future where you'll be surrounded by multiple smart displays. And for you to actually have those multiple smart displays, you need to have a display that can be mounted on the wall very easily. And that should be truly smart display. Even better, every glass like what we have there, if those glasses are smart glasses, then you don't need something to be put on the glass. So that is our holy grail of what we call as ambient computing. Now, talking about glass, there's nothing, no company that's better than Corning. And we work very closely with Corning, and Ryan is here from Corning. Thanks for coming. So we are using their Gorilla Glass as our cover glass for the TV. But one thing that we saw from Corning is not just a glass company. They are a very innovative company. And they actually, in 2011, they published this video on YouTube called A Day by the Glass. They share the exact same vision that we are going after. And if you get a chance, you should watch this video. It's like a 5-minute video. It's incredible. Because what they're envisioning is every glass should be a smart glass. So you wake up, and then the glass will roll the shades up. But there is no shades. It's all the glass. So that is the ultimate vision that we want to go for. And what we call that is the holy grail of ambient computing. And we want to get there. And we are just making the first step to get there. So let's summarize. It's a truly wireless TV. It's the world's safest wall-mounted TV. It's a modular TV, so you can actually put multiple TVs together. And it's a truly smart TV. You cannot deny the fact that it's a truly smart TV. And we have the best user experience because there's no remote controls, and we have multimodal user interaction. Like I said, all of these things are happening with a 30-millimeter thickness TV and around 20 pounds, and it's the high-performance TV. And to make all this happen, it's not an easy task. It's an incredible feat of engineering. And just like how we have the ultra-light, thin TV, we also have a small but high-performing team. And I would like to bring the team here. Corey, he's our chief architect. Come on in. Come on. And where are others? Philip. Where's Philip?
He's got Phil.
All right, Philip. And where's Eric? So Corey is our chief architect, Philip, senior mechanical engineer, Eric, senior mechanical engineer, and where is Brian? Brian, our computer vision person, and Josh, our marketing. And we have a couple more people, Jay from, shout out to Jay in London, and Lena in London. And we have a lot of amazing advisors, Ranjit, Chuck, and yeah, so that's a small team, but like I said, it's a high-performing team. And we like to have that way because it's going to be much more easier to innovate. And so that's Displays, guys. And so we are the world's first wireless television and the world's safest wall-mounted TV. And thanks for coming. And we're going to be having a TV for you to play with, so you can actually try sticking onto the wall. But we are going to take some Q&A here. Yes.
So when the TV detected impact in the wall,
yeah,
it went into safety mode.
Yeah.
Let's say you do leave it on the wall for long enough so that the batteries do run out. Will it automatically detect low batteries and then lower itself to the ground?
That's a good question. Yeah. So we have all the optimization algorithms built in. So the internal batteries are going to be having some reserved battery for the suction cups and everything. So once it detects that it's actually going down in battery, it's going to automatically shut down different components, like subsystems. Like it'll shut down the monitor, the display, and after a point it cannot actually handle, then it'll lower itself down. So and that's a time limit that the timeline that we have 3 months to 10 months is a time period.
Right.
So if you have all 4 batteries plugged in, it can last for a year. You don't have to worry about it. With the 3 months is just with internal batteries. Yeah.
So you mentioned that it's all gesture controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Yet you're using a remote control.
Yes.
And does it work with a remote control?
This is a clicker. This is a clicker. Yes, we are going to be demonstrating the gestures at CES next year. But this is just a clicker because we are using, like an old-fashioned slide deck. But the slides are actually streamed from our base unit to the TV. And the way it's going to operate here is it can also support like clickers because the base unit will have USB ports. The base unit will have HDMI, but the TVs will not have. The TVs will get all these content wirelessly, so that if you want to plug in a game console, you should still be able to do it from the base unit. And if you use Bluetooth control pad for the game consoles, it will still work.
So where is the base unit right now?
It's a back. We are not showing today because we are still working on it, but we'll be showing it the CES.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, thanks. I was wondering, those improvements you made, does that change the cost of the product? And are you guys still on track to, I think I remember you guys were supposed to start shipping at the end of the year. Is that still going to happen?
So it doesn't affect the cost, but it has affected the shipping date a little bit. So because we want to make sure that it's safe, and we redesigned the suction cups and we introduced the landing gear system. So we are targeting to start ship by mid next year.
For the active vacuum loop system, how long do you expect it to last for like the one vacuum loop, and like is there a preparation for how do you like refresh it, I guess would be the way to say it.
You mean to stick the TV to the wall?
Yeah, well, if it's stuck to the wall,
Yeah.
like wouldn't it at one point like unstick, or what? How does it handle that?
So your question is like, how long will it stick on the wall?
Yeah.
So with just the internal batteries, it can be on the wall for 3 months.
Would it ever like unstick itself? Like, is there a?
Yeah. So the active loop vacuum is so we constantly monitor the pressure of each suction cup, and then we will re-up the pressure if it goes down. But at some point, we'll also decide whether it is safe to have it, and then if it is not safe, then it'll lower itself down.
That's how when we broke the tile, it actually sensed that it wasn't able to re-up itself and initiated the landing gear sequence.
Hey, quick question with respect to how long it stays on the wall. I think a lot of us are curious about this. You mentioned that it'll stay on attached for between 3 to 10 months. Just what accounts for that variance, and why is 10 months the maximum?
So 3 months is for the internal battery, and the 10 months is depending upon how much battery you have on the external batteries. Because if you plug in like a half charged battery, then so if all 4 batteries are completely full and the internal batteries are completely full, then it's going to be lasting probably like a year. Yeah.
What's the charging station look like for the external batteries? How does that setup work?
We're still working on it, but it's going to be very simple, probably USB-C charging to start with. Yeah.
So also another question about batteries. From a consumer perspective, like what does replacing it look like? So it's good that it's every year, but you also mentioned that that feature that you demoed is more of like an airbag emergency. So just your day-to-day or once a year, what's the process look like?
So our goal is you should not be worrying about swapping the batteries. That is our goal, right? So because we are starting with 4 external batteries, and this technology is going to improve over time. But with the current version, you should not be worrying about swapping batteries for at least a month. But if you watch 6 hours of TV every day, so that is how we see it. But we believe that once people start using it, and they will be, because you can easily swap it out, and then you can charge it, and all these charging are happening, in a different room or whatever. So you should be able to swap in and out anytime you want.
Right, yeah, the vision is, given that it's like hot swappable and the battery life's so long, it's your main TV ideally, so like every week or 2, you might just pop in 1 or 2 of the 4 batteries and essentially give it a life forever. And just could stay stuck to your wall. All right, no more
Yeah.
The microphone back for Balaji.
Yeah.
Michael Pipes is watching us on the live stream, and he's asking, is the charging station part of the control unit, or will it be a separate unit? And then he's also asking, can you please remove one of the hot swappable batteries so they can see one?
So the first question is the charging station to be will be separate?
Is the charging station part of the control unit, or will it be a separate unit?
That will be a separate unit, the charging station, yes.
And then also, can you please remove one of the hot swappable batteries so they can see it?
We do not have the hot swappable battery today, but we'll be showing it at the CES next year. Yeah. And it's also good to see that without any external batteries, you can see that the TV is on and it's stuck to the wall for many hours now. So.
Yeah, this is the new internal battery that we
Yeah.
Has the addition of the internal batteries added to the weight in any discernible fashion?
That's a good question. Yes. So we are still working on to keep it around 20 pounds, but because we have to balance the kind of how long will it last versus the weight, but we don't want to actually increase too much weight. So we will definitely be around like 20 pounds, but we are still making some adjustments so that we can actually make it much better. Yeah. And you can see that now when you pick the TV here, the one that you click. Sorry. Yeah.
So to put in the swappable batteries, would you have to take off the TV?
No. No, this is just like a push here. It's push to pop. Yeah. And then you can push it back in on the sides. So we have like 4 sides over here, and then on the other 2 sides. Sorry, you saying something?
Yeah, we showed off the external batteries at CES last year, and we'll show it all off again this year at CES.
Yeah.
We really wanted to highlight the internal battery, the addition of that, because that's a change to the architecture.
Yeah.
So let's say you do have an event where the TV lowered itself.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry. If you have an event where the TV lowers itself, I assume you replace the adhesive, and do you have a process for that, and what's that like?
Yes, that is a good question. So we will be actually we have separate tape cartridges, and the one that Philip was actually inserting back, that is the replacement cartridge. So once it's deployed, then you have to throw it out, and then you can actually have a replacement cartridge and then put it back in. So it's not as complicated as changing the airbag. So it's
that were pulled off at the end, those are all replaceable. They come in.
Yeah. And it's also like one of the things that you were not able to see at the back of the TV was when you hit the when the wall got hit, the tapes were actually opening in the back, and it was peeling the tapes because you cannot have the tapes pre-peeled. Right? The tapes were peeling, and it was all done in conjunction with all the other algorithms that were going on, and all of these things actually built into this TV. So that's the cool part here. Right? So.
How is the landing system technology affected when it's in a 2x2 mode or when they're stackable?
That's a good question. Yes. So when you stack TVs together, we are going to be doing some algorithms where the outside TVs will be the first ones to be lowering itself down. So we'll be having some power sharing mode. So the inside TVs should never lower itself down, but if in case something happens, then it will inform the other TVs to lower itself down. Yes.
Thank you. Now that I'm thinking about the adhesives, I have a question about like temperature testing. So we live in San Francisco, there's global warming. I currently don't have AC. So I guess from a high temperature perspective, the adhesive actually will be more sticky. But have you thought about just testing different I know you did different materials, but different temperatures.
Yeah, I'll let Philip answer that. But the tapes, again, this is an emergency situation where the tape should never be deployed in most likely scenarios. But if in case there is something happens, like San Francisco earthquake happens or whatever, then the tapes will be deployed. But talking about the temperature.
Yeah, I think the tapes are rated for minus like 50 degrees to 190 degrees. So they're gonna stick.
Yeah, and just to add, like Balaji was saying, the tapes aren't actually peeled right now, so they still have the lining on top of them, so that'll give them a little more robustness till it's time to deploy them.
Yeah.
And then we are going through all sorts of proper high manufacturing, high volume testing. We're going full reliability testing, thermal chambers, heat soak, thermal cycles. They're making sure that this is high quality and robust product for the consumer.
And talking about San Francisco, we all know that you cannot drill hole in the wall to wall mount the TV on the apartments, right? So this could be a perfect solution for that.
Cool. If no more questions, we'll get the other TV out and people can play with it.
Mindy, do we have any questions over there? Or? Yeah.
This is a question from Alex Hernandez. He says, I may have missed this, but is the plan to launch with only a 55-inch, or will there be larger sizes available at launch, like 65-inch or 75-inch?
So we are launching with 55-inch, but I don't think we'll be going larger than this because 55-inch is the perfect size for people to pick it up. But we are also considering smaller size so that you can actually put on the fridge and some smaller areas.
One more question from Michael Heiss. You've mentioned glass and ceramic surfaces, but what about more textured surfaces? Any limitations on that?
No, it should work on most of the surfaces like drywall, painted wall, textured. But the thing is, if it is more porous, it will keep trying, and it is going to be trying to re-up the pressure a lot more than the other surfaces. So it should work, but we would not recommend using some porous surfaces like bricks, probably.
One more question from John Jacoby. What's the range of the base unit for the display? For example, how far away can it be?
We are using Wi-Fi 6E, so it's a low frequency, high bandwidth. So it should pass through the wall. So you can actually have your base unit in your garage or in your basement. And we also have a mesh networking built, so it should automatically extend the range. That's it?
One more question.
Yes.
Is there a limit to how many displays that a single base unit can communicate with?
Not really. Because the way it's going to work is every TV will come with its own small base unit. And then when you want to put TVs together, you stack them. You basically physically plug them in together. And so there is no limit. Like, you can actually have 16, 20, like 25 TVs, but every TV will have a small puck-shaped base unit. And then you basically physically connect them together. Yes.
Is there any lag from the base unit to the TV? Like
So far, this is actually coming from the base unit. So you can see that when I click it, it's instantaneous because it's a private network. It forms its own network, and as long as it has bandwidth, it shouldn't be a problem. So, yes.
Another question from Michael Heiss. Will there be a return policy if the surface, such as the ceramic one behind you, doesn't work with the system?
Yes, we will definitely have some return policies and all that stuff. But yeah, we will publish more details about that when we start to ship. Any more questions, guys? Yes, Sri.
So the software for this, you haven't shown it much. For example, support streaming devices. You mentioned game console.
Mm-hmm.
Other support for this.
Yeah. So we will have our own streaming software as well, but you can actually plug in any device you want to the base unit, and then you can actually because the base unit will have HDMI in, and then you could connect any device. If you want to use Roku or Apple TV, you can actually connect that to the base unit, and then that will automatically be streamed. And then you have to use the streaming device's remote controls or whatever. So if you want to get a better user experience, then you might actually end up using ours. So yes.
To expand on the gaming, what's the frames per second?
Gaming, we are still working on it. So we still have to perfect it. I'm not going to lie, but because we are currently doing 60 frames per second, 60 hertz, and but some games are like 120. So we are still working on it. So.
Thanks.
Yes.
If I could expound on the question you just answered. Thank you.
If you are using an external device like an Apple TV, that needs to be plugged into the base unit, which means the base unit then also needs to be within range of the base unit connected to that device needs to be within range of the remote.
Yeah.
So that means the benefit, in theory, of display software is that you can be anywhere in the house and not have to rely on being within range with the remote to that external device, correct?
Yeah. So here's how we are thinking about this, right? So you shouldn't be using those streaming devices, right, in the first place. But there are some remote controls that are Wi-Fi based remote controls, so it should work. But what we are expecting to happen in the next few years, once our platform is established, then even a game console that is plugged into our base unit will be able to tap into our gesture control, our interfaces, and then they will be able to use them. So that because if we bring a better user experience, it's better for them to actually use them to apply to their system. So that's how we're seeing it. Cool. Yeah. Yes, Srini.
So when are you starting to ship this? When can I buy this?
I mean, you can pre-order now, but we are planning to ship the pre-orders that we got in the past few months by mid next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question from Michael Heiss. Can you show the gesture control on this sample? For example, the switch the input source or raise the volume?
Not in this TV because we don't have camera built into this TV now. So. But we will be showing gestures and computer vision at CES next year. Oh, one more.
Question from Ryan Epps. What happens if external batteries go bad over time? Will you be selling them or
Yes.
to replace?
Yes, we will be selling them. Yeah. Let's wait. We still have time. Yeah, right.
Let's say you've got like a little kid who's going to come up and maybe physically mess with the TV. I know you demonstrated that once it loses suction, it'll lower it down. But
Yeah.
how would it react to that, like a physical?
Yeah.
Physically, someone messing with it.
Yeah. So the question is like, what if a kid messes up with the like attaching and detaching things, right? So we are actually working on putting some controls, like parental controls, and it'll be like a thumbprint based detection or face detection, so that only you can detach it or attach it. Especially for detaching from the wall, you need to be careful. So not anyone can actually come press it and detach the TV from the wall.
Once there's when there is the vacuum suction, it's not going anywhere. The vacuum is very strong. So as long as the battery's there and the seal on the cups are good, this thing it's not going anywhere.
We're going to have a high safety factor.
Yeah.
And this is also something that we are working on to bring this into the landing gear system. So if in case someone knocks the TV off the wall, if it can detect it and if it can react really quick within the time period, then we will try everything from our what we can from the landing gear system to grab onto the wall with the adhesive. So. Yeah. Any more questions? Mindy, any more questions? Nope. Okay. We can wait for 5 minutes and then we can do a hands-on on the TV. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming. All right.